is my second foster home, whatever. And this foster home was kind of set up like the lady was about 56. You know, she was older, and she had 3 sons or whatever. All her sons was like grown out of the house and got their girlfriends, wives, and you know, they got kids of their own now, whatever. She got an adopted daughter. Now, when it's a difference between a foster kid and adopted, and a little girl, she was about like 7 to 8 or whatever. 7 to 8. So again, like this lady, she don't have like no girls, like no older girls. So like when I first got there, like I just knew in my heart it wasn't gonna work. Like I'm like, oh, the last one I was around like younger kids, like, you know, a lady, she tried to be my mom and it wasn't giving it. And now with this older lady, she don't got no kids my age, but this little girl, all her sons is like, you know, out of the house, and it's like, who I'm gonna play with, who I'm gonna like, you know, conversate with. So you know, so I'm sharing a room with the 7-year-old. Like it's me, my foster parent, and Aquila or whatever. So like that would be like that would be the whole household. So like, but this foster home, like she was more lenient. Like she knew I was older, so like I was allowed off the blocks. I was allowed like back to my old hoods, and plus like where I was, you know, where I used to go to see Trap and Feisty, and like so like I rocked out at that house for like a while because I liked it. Like she was lenient. Like I was able to go out. Like she had 3 sons, and like the sons was like probably like kind of like the sons was like cool. Like they'll come to the house sometimes. Like one was in the army. Like 2 of them was like, you know, came to the house like to check on the mom, whatever. And she also like owned a daycare, whatever. So like, you know, every morning Aquila would go to school. Well, she would go to the daycare with us at first, and then she'll go to the school, and you know, I would like stay at daycare. Like the first month, I ain't gonna lie, I would just like sleep all day. Like in the daycare, I would be like on the floor sleep all day. Like I wasn't trying to help out. I wasn't trying to do shit for them kids. Like no, like I'm like, why the fuck I'm at a daycare? Like that's what I was looking at. I wanted to stay home, probably at the house, probably go to my friend's house, but you know, I had to go to this daycare every day. So I was like a little pissed about that, like going to this daycare every day. Like as time was just like moving so slow because we had to stay there for about 8 hours until everybody, kids was going. Mine, she owned the place, so she had to be the last one to, you know, lock the doors up and stuff like that. So I used to be like pissed, like, yo, like we gotta be at this daycare again. Fucking 7:30 in the morning, we had to go to this daycare to open up. And I used to be like in one of them rooms, knocked up on the floor, knocked out, sleep, all that. Like until it was time to go, whatever. But, you know, eventually, like, that started getting old. And, you know, I started wanting to help out around a daycare or whatever. So, now, now I'm helping out in one of the classrooms with the daycare kids, like, helping them out, doing stuff like that. And I eventually started getting paid from it. And I'm not talking about, like, paid, like, with an actual check. But she'll just break, like, money out her pockets and, you know, give it to me. But I noticed that, like, the money that she was giving to me, it was, like, $40, $60, $80, like stuff like that. And you know, like that check was a little hard, and you giving me fucking less than $100 to watch these fucking kids, and I'm basically a teacher assistant. Like I should be getting way more than that. So like I used to be like a little pissed about that, but I'm still helping out this and that third, but I'm not helping out as much as I was before. Like I'm not getting a full check, so I shouldn't be helping out. I shouldn't even be in a room alone with these kids, and then like sometimes like the other teacher would need a break. So it's like, no, like I'm not doing no extra stuff no more. So like that's how it kind of was. Like, and another part was really like walking distance from where I was staying at this foster home. So I would like walk to my friend's house, and you know they would walk me probably like halfway like on the boulevard, and they were like, all right, bye Kara, all right, see y'all. Like we'll like really depart at the Roosevelt Boulevard. Like they'll go that way, and I'll go back to my foster mom's house, and that's how they walk me home and stuff like that. I eventually like start smoking again, like, you know, when I was in like the first foster home, and you know, when I was in placements like that, I really couldn't smoke like that. So I really started getting the habit of smoking again because I'm around Hunter Park. I'm around, you know, I'm smoking with them. Like I'm lit, like smoking high every day, like with my little checks from my little daycare job, which was like $86, stuff like that, less than $100. So like I'm buying, you know, weed with that, whatever. So my foster mom would like ask me like, well, mom, like I just gave you money, you know, 2 days ago. Where's your money? Where's your money? And I think she eventually started to notice that I was like smoking or whatever. Like she had like a house phone or whatever, and how the house phone was set up, like if you would like pick up this house phone, like you can hear the conversation upstairs on the other house phone or whatever. And I think she like used to like listen on in my conversation. I think she got the idea that I was smoking and like going to my friend's house, and like she would like complain about me like smoking to my caseworkers, and like how I come in here with the munchies, I be hungry, I be eating up all the snacks and this and that and third. Like she like going in on me, like seeing all this stuff. But like I said, it's not like the I'm fed up with you, you gotta go type time. She is like letting them know like what's going on in her house or whatever. Like she just letting them know like, yeah, I think Kira's smoking, I think she hanging out with the wrong crowd, and I think she like getting the munchies when she come back here. I don't think it was given like, oh yeah, she gotta go, and I'm tired of her this and that third, because I was there for a while after that. So like that's how I was. I would go to the daycare every day with her. After the daycare, I would like go to Huntington Park. I wouldn't come home to like probably like 9, 10 o'clock at night, go in the house. It was cool. Like I go to school, like everything was cool at that first time, because I was allowed to do like stuff. Like I was allowed to go off the block. And it was like one day at the daycare, right? She had her sons like helping her at daycare. He'll be at like front desk like checking the kids in, because like Miss, I about to say her name, because she'll be like out. She'll be out doing running errands, and she'll need somebody to be the front desk, and he'll be the front desk person, whatever. And it was like a time like they would be like kind of mean to me, because they would be knowing how I would treat their mom, and I wouldn't even treat their mom bad. I would just like do stuff that I want to do, and I guess she would tell them that like I was disrespectful, but like you wouldn't even address these problems to me. Like you'll tell my case management and stuff like that, and they'll tell me what's going on. But I feel like when she would like have conversations with her sons, she was like, oh yeah, this disrespectful ass bitch, or like, saying stuff like that. So I think like the sons didn't really fuck with me like that. Like, yeah, she keep disrespecting my mom. So it was like one time that me and him in the front desk, and I'm asking more paper for one of the classrooms, something like that. Like, and he like saying something smart, and like he get in my face, so I smacked him like, pussy, like you, like who is you? Like you're not, like you all in my face, Miss shit. I keep saying her fucking name, but like she don't get in my face like that. So like, why does you feel so need to like get in my face or like say anything to me? Like all I ask for is some question: like, do we got paper or not? Yes, no, maybe so. But she feels a little to get in my face. I guess because how I was treating your mom. I don't know. But you got in my face, I smacked you, and like now we tussling and rumbling. Like I got you in the head like the whole time, and I'm we're not really fist fighting. After I smacked him, he came towards me, and I put him in the headlock, and I just got him like this. That's all it was. Like it wasn't no tussle enough like that, and like they breaking us up, this and that, they were fighting. And it's like she kind of like was cursing me out, and I'm like, curse his ass out. He a whole fucking boy. Like he hitting me. Like he putting his hands on me. This and that, third. Da, da, da. Now she back on him. This and that, third. Like da da da. I can't be doing this no daycare. We got all these kids in there, and it's like da da da. And it's like just dropping. Still had like animosity to each other, but we always kept a cordial after that. Like we still had like events to go to, like with their family, and I would have to be there, and he had to be there, and we wouldn't want to make it awkward. So like that was the beginning and end of our little beef, whatever. Like that was that one incident. Like the other brother, like he was more cooler because like he was more of age. I think the other brother, the one that I was fighting, he's probably like 5, 6 years older than me. So like I feel like he had more issue about me and his mom than the other one, because he was like grown. He didn't really care about us, me and his mom beef, whatever. So it's this time. It's like a court date of mine. I always look forward to court day because like it's a possibility that I'll get back to my mom or whatever. So like I'll be really looking forward to court dates or whatever. So like, and as a foster mom, it's really your job to take someone to your court date because you under their care. So like you their representation. Like I didn't like I can always go to the court by myself, but as a foster mom, like my mom or my foster parents, they always came with me. Like I never just went alone and just like, just go in there and act like I know what I was talking about. Like I needed somebody to go in there with me. So it was one day, it was a court date or whatever, and I marking down my calendar on this day. Like it's about to come to this day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's my court date tomorrow. Like I'm happy. I got my fucking outfit set up, my shoes all set up, so I can prepare for this court date in the morning. So, mind you, like she still got a daycare that she need to open up and stuff like that. So I'm thinking she got someone like to take care of that, because she got to take me to court. Like she got to stop what she doing because she's a foster parent, and she got to make sure I go to court. She got to take me to court. Like that's what I thought, you know. So I'm thinking she got one of her sons to like open up the daycare for her. Like I'm thinking she got someone like one of the employees to open up the daycare for her. Like so it's the morning of the court date or whatever. So you know me, Aquila and my foster mom be all in the car or whatever. So she dropped Aquila off to school, and you know, now I'm like, you about to take me to my court date, right? And she's like, court? She said it like in the most rudest way, like I ain't going no damn court. Like who's talking about court? Who's like, I'm like all stumbled over my words, like you know how I be talking sometimes on here, but like I was really stumbling over my words. It was so confusion. Like how did you know I had to court? Like these are stuff that you should be knowing as a foster parent. So like I was so hurt that she like was trying to brush it off that I had court today. Mind you, like I look forward to these days because it was days that I can get back to my mom, back at least to my mom, whatever. So when she was like, oh, I'm not taking you to court, I'm like, I start snapping on her, like, you gotta take me to court. Like, I'm probably cursing at this lady, like, you better take me to court right now. I don't got no fucking money, like, you gotta take me to court. Like, take me to court, take me to court. She's like, I ain't taking you nowhere, this and that, third, da-da-da. Like, I ain't taking you nowhere. I got over to my daycare. You know, I got the kids at the daycare. They probably waiting for me. We already running late, this and that, third. I ain't going nowhere. Where the money that I gave you 2 days ago, you can get on the fucking bus and go to your court yourself. And I'm like, you my foster mom, you signed up for this. Like, go take me to court. Like, take me to court. Like, take me to court. This lady, we driving whatever, and she kind of pulled over. And I'm getting aggressive with her, and like we both get aggressive. Like she's screaming at me, and I'm screaming at her. And she's like, "Bitch, play with me. I'll go in my trunk and get this fucking sledgehammer." And she basically saying like she'll hit me with a sledgehammer or whatever. So I'm like, all right, you do it. Let me see you do it. So she like went into her trunk, and like she got something in her hand, and she just got like swinging it, like she ain't like touching me, whatever. I'm still in the fucking I'm still in the car in the back seat or whatever. And she's like, she's like, I'll hit you with this. Like, I'm like, let me see you do it. This and third. So she had put it back in her trunk. And she's like, I know what I'm going to do with you. She's like, I'm going to take you to the police district. And I'm going to let them handle you or whatever. So she said, take me to the police district. And she had pulled up, like, I got this young lady in my car. She won't get out. She got court today, this and third. I just stopped her mid-sentence, like, no, she my foster mom. She supposed to take me to court today. It's my court date. This is mandatory. I might can get released back to my mom. And then they just, like, stopped me, like, miss, you're her foster parent. Like, you signed up for these things. She got court. She said she got court, so you got to take her to the court. Like, she wasn't trying to hear nothing that the cop was saying. So she just drove off, and, like, she just left and went to the daycare. So we in front of the daycare. It's all these kids like lined up because now like we kind of late opening the daycare or whatever. So we got all these kids lined up with their parents. She's like, now look at you, like, look, everybody late. I'm like, they don't got nothing to do with me. Like, you supposed to take me to the fucking court. Why did you sign up for this if you know you couldn't take me to court? It's like a hot summer day, this thing. It's a hot summer day or whatever. So it's about 8 o'clock in the morning. She let the kids in, and she just stayed in the daycare. Like, she just said, fuck, like, all right, I'm not taking her to court. And I'm like, all right, I'm not leaving this car. So I'm just getting hot as shit in the car or whatever. Like, hot, I'm sweating in the car, but I'm not trying to put my pride to the side because I really want her to take me to court. Like, the court date is probably missed. Like, that shit probably was like 9 o'clock in the morning. And it's probably like 10 now. I'm in the car for about 2 hours. Like, it's hot as shit. She asking me, like, please come out of the car. Pass out in that car. It's hot as shit in there. And then, like, I'm like, no, take me to court. Like, so she got an attitude again. So she got like a mouse from the daycare, and she kind of just threw it in her car with me. But I'm scared as shit. As soon as it dropped on the seat, wiped it off the seat before she even closed the door. So it was already out the car before she even closed the door. So I said, like, this bitch is crazy. Like, now she gonna throw a fucking dead mouse in here with me. So Now I got the doors, like, I'm locking the doors, like, every time, like, she got the little key lock, I got the lock on the fucking door, and we going back and forth from this and that third. She's like, or I'm about to call the cops, and then she got to kill yourself because you want to be in this high ass car. Yeah, call the cops. Every time she called, like, she exaggerating the story more. Like, every time she called, like, she's saying, oh yeah, she's trying to kill herself in the back seat, this and that third is hot, she don't want no water, she ain't trying to get out, she been there for like 2 to 3 hours, it's 105 degrees outside, like, she's just making stories after stories after stories. Mind you, it is hot as shit. I do need some water. I am sweating, but bitch, I'm not trying to kill myself in this car. I'm just want you to take me to court. That's all. That's it. So, the cops had finally came, whatever. And to be honest, they wasn't trying to hear my story at all. She unlocked the keypad from the, the door or whatever, and the door opened. They opened the door or whatever, and I'm trying to tell them, like, yeah, I had a court date today, and she's not trying to take me to court. It's like, man, just get out the car. Just get out the car. She gotta take me to court. She gotta take me to court. And they're like, ma'am, I said get out the car. And I'm like I'm kind of like confused. Like, how the fuck you trying to curse me out? Because I'm trying to go to court. Like, all I want to do is go to court. Go to court. That's all. They just start dragging my legs. So now I'm kicking. Like, I'm kicking them. Like, oh, get the fuck off me. Like, get off me. I'm trying. I'm kicking them like, oh, get off me. Like, so they just grabbed both my legs and swung me. When they had pulled my legs or whatever, they dragged me out the car. So I hit my back. I hit my back and my back of my head on the ground, whatever. So then they flipped me over. I hit my chin on the concrete, and they got my hands behind my back, like, oh, I resist the rest. And then you got assault on the officer because since you want to be kicking this and that third. So now they got me on the floor and this and that third. I'm all busted up. All this because I wanted to go to court. So they got me on the ground. They took me to like the police district, and I'm in there looking like a fucking whole criminal. I got my hair that I just pressed out and it's puffy as shit now. I'm sweating bullets. My shirt is like all over the place. And when my mom and my real mom, and my case management, they had came to the police district to pick me up, whatever. And they looking at me through the window. They like, Kara, like, look at you, like, what happened? Like, I'm like, I was trying to go to court. All I want to go to court. They're like, Kara, you know they postponed your court date, right? And I'm looking at them like I did all this shit for nothing. Like, even though she's supposed to take me to court date, but it's like I did all this for nothing for her. All I had to do was wait. And even though, because I probably still would have had this problem that afternoon because the court date was postponed to like 1 o'clock. Okay. It's still daycare time. So like she was never gonna take me to court. So I probably would have had the same situation, but it was like her at like a later time. So it was like I didn't do all for nothing, but she was like, I care, they postponed your court date. You okay? You still going to court. You still going to court to see your mom. Get you together. Let's get you. Like, they trying to fix me all up because the court about to come now. So I go to court today. They was basically telling me like, I'm not saying I can go home today, but they just saying like, yeah, it's like a possibility that you're going to be going home soon. That day was my last day in that foster home. Like, after that cop situation, after her getting me locked up, that was my last day in that foster home. But they didn't tell the courts that because they wanted me to go home. They tell them the judge all good things about me. I'm doing all this. I'm still in school. I'm still doing this. That. I had to pack my stuff up and like go to another foster home. I was about there for about 3 to 4 months. Like I said, that was like, it was chill until that point. Like when she was trying to play with me about going to court. Like, bitch, I'm trying to go home with my mom. Like, I'm not trying to stay in your house. I'm not trying to stay at nobody's fucking house. I'm trying to go home. That's my goal, like, is to go home. So when you trying to like take that from me, like I'm flipping. Like, if ands about somebody, like